Jeez, I'm terrible. Lista. Okay, here we go. Mercado de transfer. It's the transfer market, loose translation. So right here, you can look for a player. Say I want to look for Messi, and right now it's because it's the only name that pops in my head. Messi. Bam. Now we have all these guys here. Eugene Messi. I want Lionel Messi. Choose him, and then I'll look for him by pressing triangle once I selected him, and bam, all these people here are selling Messi. Look at the bottom with the timer. That's how much time is left on that auction, and they're asking for 1.993 million gold pieces. Some of them 1.6, but the average you have one for 2 million, and that's what the average price is. Now, if somebody has that much money to throw around, cool, you do that, and you can buy them. Now, if you want FIFA points, that's when. Let me see. FIFA points. Bam. So you go to FIFA points, and here you go. If you want FIFA points, which can also be used like your gold coins, but these have to be bought, you can get 1,200 FIFA points for $100 US dollars. And that's the way that it worked on the handheld version. Now you might be saying, "Oh, see, you're just supporting the commercialism and the microtransaction." No, I'm not, because this all here is optional. Yes, essentially it is a pay to win situation where you can buy the best players with the money. And if you feel like spending $100, hey, that's your prerogative. It's your money. I am not going to tell you how to spend your money. The beauty and why this mode hooked me so much is that simply, you see that I have 404 coins. Just about anything, and I mean anything, I think like 95% of everything that can be bought on this storefront through microtransaction, you can grind for. Meaning that all I gotta do is play games. Right now I'm currently in a one player season that if I'm able to win, I can get 3,000 coins. What does 3,000 coins buy you? It buys me, with me grinding and playing games and getting that 3,000 coins at the end, that's a silver pack right there. Meaning I can improve my team, I can whatever. If you're into grinding, if you're into just playing soccer, this mode is perfect for you. If you want to build literally FIFA Ultimate Team and you want to get there as quick as possible, feel free to open up your wallet and do so. That is the beauty of these games, is that it's really up to you guys how you want to play it. And I'm telling you, this got me hooked. And again, you don't have to support the microtransaction, you don't even have to like it, but it's not jammed down your throat. It's an option for those who want to do it. You can't fault EA for making money if people are willing to actually do that. I'm not. Somebody else might. And going back to all this stuff, as you can see here, if you look at all, like, the line between these two guys is green, meaning that their chemistry is strong. Same thing here. But notice, I do have two Englishmen next to each other, and their chemistry is not all that strong. It's still good, but it's not strong. Same thing with my mid left fielder and my striker. Their connection is not strong, but yet my midfielder and my striker is really good. Same thing, all my Spanish players. We have my defender and my midfielder having a good connection, but my midfield defender and my actual defender themselves don't have a good connection. Same thing with my defender and my goalie. He's Spanish, not a good one. So you gotta have to try to put the puzzles together. If you look at the very top, my overall rating for my team is 66, but the chemistry is 87. Meaning that if I had a team that had an overall rating of 100, but their chemistry was 40, they would play terribly. But since my team is 66 and they have a chemistry 87, they actually do play fairly well. And I will say that even though it does not show, and if you play sports games, you'll understand what I'm saying, this team actually plays like a mid 70 team as opposed to a mid 60 teams. There's a little bit more speed, a little bit more pep, a little bit more cohesion in the actions that you can take. So I'm good here. Oh snap! Uh, Jeez, I messed that one up. So I'm good there. I have my team the way that I like it, and then you just go to the game and you just build. You just play to build. My team is called the LA Fence Jumpers. I don't know why they came to mind. I used to jump a lot of fences when I lived in Los Angeles, being the bad kid that I was. So it just came to mind. Like, we used to jump fences to the high school to go play soccer and basketball and whatnot. So I was like, let me go back to my childhood. You can always change whatever you want. I play 6 minute quarters or 6 minute, yeah, 6 minute halves. Sorry, not quarters, halves. In between each game, you're given the ability to. Oh, geez. He's beating me. You're given the ability to try some of these trials out. I'm gonna beat him. I don't care if I don't score any points. And then you can always mess up. You can just pass it on and go on. And oh, see, Spanish. So I gotta find a way to get this to be in Spanish when I use English options. I'll figure it out. But I like Spanish commentary. And the game, I was able to directly compare it. Hold on, let me lower this a little bit because my Spanish brethren can be rather loud. Here we go, 15 should be good enough. You know what? Let's hear the game. I'd rather hear the game than hear myself speak anyways. What was I getting to? Jeez, I lost my train of thought. Oh, I was able to directly compare the game with PS3 FIFA 13 over the weekend. And I gotta say, like, if you didn't know, you would think, oh, there's not that much difference. All they did was high res. No, the graphics were drastically improved. Oh, were drastically improved over the two versions and over the two systems. EA, in my opinion, for a launch title, did a very, very good job at upping the ante in graphics and atmosphere and just about everything. EA gets a lot of flack for being the greedy corporation that they are. Microtransaction in this game proves just as much. They'll do anything to kind of make a buck, but hey, it's a business, people, and this is one of the best implementations of a pay-to-win microtransaction practice that I've seen in the game. It's extremely optional. You're not required to actually adhere by it like in other mobile apps where that's pretty much the only way you're going to win. You can grind your way to the top if you so choose to. If you have the hours to put in, you can grind your way to the top, which is all I think anybody ever wanted out of a microtransaction. If I put in the time, will I be able to grind my way to the top? And with this game, you can. It's just going to take a lot longer than, say, actually putting down $25 and buying all the best cards right away. But the game, the animation, the Ignite engine that was implemented. My brother just walked in here wearing a bra. He gave me that Seth Rogen Bound 3 Bound 3 look. If you guys haven't seen that video, Google James Franco Seth Rogen Bound 3 parody, and get ready to laugh. And that's the look my brother just gave me. Seth Rogen on a motorcycle. And but yeah, the Ignite engine is also new to the series, I believe, starting with this next gen iteration of the game. And it's still a work in progress, but the animations and stuff that EA is capable of achieving with this new Ignite engine is pretty spectacular. I'm gonna say that the first iteration of the Ignite engine is jeez. The first iteration of the Ignite engine is very similar to what DICE did with the first iteration of the Frost engine for Battlefield 3, where you saw the potential, but you're not really like fully realizing it until just now with Battlefield 4 on a next gen system or on a high end PC, where like Frost 1 was good, but Frost 2.0 for Battlefield 4 is just amazing. And that's essentially what the Ignite engine means to me as far as when it comes to sports games. Oh, jeez. When it comes to sports games, it's you can tell it's a little rough around the edges. There's a little bit of clipping, a little bit of over exaggeration when it comes to some of the animations. But if EA is willing to give their developers the time to mess around with it and really just focus and hunker down, I think it's gonna be an amazing, amazing engine. Like just a superb engine for not only FIFA but possibly even Madden and NBA Live if they could ever get that to kind of work. I feel bad for the development team. They had to not only postpone that game, I believe, for 3 years, but it finally released, and it's been getting panned by players and critics. It's a little disheartening to see that once great basketball franchise just kind of just be the, I don't even want to say mediocre, because mediocre means it's average. It's like below that. After 3 years, I'm expecting that to kind of go, punch for punch with the 2K franchise, and it's not. 2K is literally just stomping on his chest and not letting it breathe. It's kind of not tragic, but it's kind of one of those weird things. It's NBA Live to me, or that whole NBA series that EA has produced, is it's a big part of my childhood, and to see it kind of suffer the way that it suffered is it's a little hard to kind of watch. It's kind of when you grew up with like Sylvester Stallone, and you kind of hear him talk now, you see him walk around, it's like, wow, like you thought he was kind of gone when he was doing Rocky, and it's like now he's just like kind of a little bit more far off than that. And it's kind of like the same thing. At least Sylvester Stallone is still, ooh, is still buff. That's you can't say the same thing about Live. That's really just a sickly game. And hopefully one day they'll get their stuff together, and they'll be able to manage something. But yeah, we'll have to see where that goes. But I'm fairly impressed. I've put in, I want to say, 15 hours into this game, just playing, not in the FIFA Ultimate Team. I put in about 15 hours altogether. I've put in about maybe 3 of those hours into the FIFA Ultimate Team, and it's just as great as I remember it, if not better than what I remember it on the Android, because I have a controller in my hands, which was really the only thing that was missing from the Android version, is some sort of controller support or some way to kind of get a controller-esque feeling, because I can't do touchscreen games for prolonged periods of times. And the gameplay is fantastic. I got my son into it. Like I said, my cousin's husband, that's his game, and we were literally just going back and forth, screaming at each other, getting super hyped. Just when I play soccer games, I know you guys don't hear it now because I'm talking to you in English, but when I play soccer games against my peoples, or any peoples really, the Spanish comes out in me. I'm literally just like color commentating in Spanish. I'm over here getting hyped, talking mess, all of it in Spanish. It's just what soccer does to me, especially around World Cup time. I love World Cup soccer. I'm not into the clubs. I'm not into the clubs so much. But I love World Cup soccer. World Cup soccer to me is ahí está, gol. World Cup soccer to me is just fantastic. I love World Cup. I don't care who I watch play. I love World Cup soccer. I don't know what it is. I'll watch as many games as possible, even from nations that I don't even know exist at times. I'll watch. And